Hello, and welcome back to Starfield 2026. This is a New Game Plus playthrough, so spoilers abound. You've been warned. We're playing the Shattered Space DLC, and I think it's time for us to get on with aligning the houses behind fixing their major problem. I actually have a skill point saved up, which I can't quite use yet, but I'm going to save it to use on sniper certification when we get there, if I remember. And as usual, I am joined by the lovely Andreja. So we need to go to each one of the three houses and solve a problem for them. And it doesn't really matter to me what order I do them in. It might matter to them. We've got House Vithal, House Ka'dic, and House Dilketh. I think I'm going to do House Ka'dic first, because I think they're the bad guys of this.
Greetings.
We have already seen how they are cooperating with the bad guys. Yeah. Okay, let's be up front. It's House Malene, who turned into the Varun Zealots. And House Ka'dic has been trying to cozy up to them. But we'll see what it's going to take to get Ka'dic to help out with the project.
This is exactly the impression we don't want to give.
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I won't risk what we've worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right. I'll be heading back soon enough. Something I can do for you?
What Mujin did was bold, and in no way acceptable or condoned. So, Akris has sent our newest Vindicator to inquire about Sahima.
Okay.
Don't worry, Jamal's already told me all about you. I'm Razma, Elder of House Ka'dic and head of the Ministry of Conjunction. House Ka'dic is one of the three noble houses under House Varun. We've a reputation on being the more moderate of the three. Not as fervent as House Vithal, and not as passive as House Dilketh. We're also largely associated with the Ministry of Conjunction, since I lead the department. The Ministry of Conjunction is one of the three government branches of our society. We deal in information to ensure the High Council can make educated decisions. Most of our work is highly classified. Even the High Council itself may not be aware of all that we're involved in. Well, it's also an honor to meet one as interesting as yourself. I wouldn't have suspected an outsider to be made promised. But who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice? I know the Council is looking to Sahima for answers, but the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the House. They're being held hostage by Zealots, and now they're demanding negotiations.
This is a major overreach. I have never known the Zealots to be so bold.
As much as I'd welcome the expertise, The Zealots would never allow an outsider to participate. But the negotiations aren't where I need assistance. The Zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council or even the reinstatement of their house. House Malene. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands. They had a house. House Malene was abandoned a long time ago, but there are some who'd want to see it reinstated. House Malene was fully dedicated to Jandar Varun. They objected when his brother Jarek was chosen to take over as leader. They knew he would bring an end to the Serpent's Crusade. It's why they abandoned their house and became the Zealots you know today, to continue what they believe is Jinan and Jandar's work. Agreed. Which is why I'm hoping you can help. I need you to find the hostages. Bring them home, so the Zealots have nothing to leverage, and Sahima can work with the High Council. Normally I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action. And that is where the issue lies. I don't know where the Zealots are keeping Sahima, but I have a good idea who does. Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a Ka'dic, and they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated. As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now, on my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit, as long as no physical harm comes to them.
Understood.
Merrick is proud of what they've accomplished, so I doubt they'll give up information easily. If being persuasive isn't your strong suit, perhaps appealing to their substantial ego may help. If you can stomach it. Just don't be direct. I'm sure it would put them on the defensive. Either that, or make them completely unwilling to talk. What better way to surveil a threat? It's important for us to know what the Zealots may be targeting, to stay one step ahead. The Zealots don't trust easily. If their location was discovered, Merrick would most likely be the first they'd suspect. They'd never trust them or any agent of House Ka'dic again. See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
Okay, we'll go talk to Merrick. Yeah, this way. I thought so. So we're going to be persuading. I'm thinking that now would be a good time to hit some Paramore, get my 25% persuasion chance.
You're no member House Ka'dic. What are you doing here? And you are? Ah, the heretic turned promised. I was wondering when our paths would cross. So, tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me? I'm sorry, did you say zealots? Why would I know anything about such extremists? Absolutely ridiculous. So much for confidentiality. I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Rosma where Sahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here. Well, I am one of the few to garner any amount of trust with the Zealots, so she should be. I can't imagine where the Ministry of Conjunction would be without me.
I feel like I've worked with this guy over and over and over.
I do have a natural talent. It's nice to see I'm being properly recognized. I may excel in my skills, but it doesn't mean the hours I put in are any less.
You know, I think the first half of my career I was this guy.
Exactly. There's still research, analysis, documentation. Too much documentation, if you ask me. But altogether, I have the exact talents needed to do this job, which is why I was entrusted with the Zealots in the first place. I admit it hasn't always been easy. They are Zealots, you know. You have no idea. I can't even tell you how much time and effort it's been to sway the Zealots my way. Not to mention the stress over my own personal well-being. I may be the best at what I do, but I'm not stupid. The Zealots do have the element of unpredictability. I was wondering when your own agenda would come into play. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots. And like I've told Rosma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me.
I'm going to go ahead and just manipulate.
You make a good point, for an outsider. And perhaps I should take your presence here as a sign. The location you're looking for is Shadow Station Epsilon.
Easy peasy.
It's an old Varun base that they've taken over for themselves. Rosma will know it. Let her tell you the details, seeing as how I'm about to be reassigned. Isn't the answer obvious? The Zealots will know the location came from me. All that hard work thrown out the window because someone refuses to undergo negotiations. It better.
Okay, so we got the information out of him. Yeah, he is so familiar, young guy, thinks he knows everything. Just like me the first half of my career. Second half of my career, I wasn't young anymore.
I can't believe this is happening. You must have gotten the location. I figured they wouldn't be completely forthcoming. If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates. The sooner the better.
We will do whatever is necessary to bring Sahima and the others back safely.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations. I expect them to be pliable after their last encounter with you. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe. I see you have a grasp on how these types of negotiations work. I'll stall the Zealots as long as I can, which shouldn't be an issue. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly. Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long.
Okay. Now we talked to Jamal. We met
Vindicator,
her
a word
when we
before
first
you go.
arrived.
Yes?
So let's... Can I send my camera all the way back here? Yep. It strikes me that if we ever get in a situation where we need to do some recon, I can go to photo mode and recon things I can't see yet. But funny, in the time I've played Starfield, I don't recall any time where knowing what was around the corner was more helpful. You know, aside from stuff that I can do with, you know, the Sense Star stuff.
Tell me, Vindicator, what do you know about the Zealots? I'm impressed. You've already learned quite a bit from your time with us. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots? I'm surprised she even mentioned that much. Rasma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of Zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Rasma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence.
I would argue that what you describe would be considered treason. And rightly so.
Exactly. House Ka'dic already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots, but the truth is far worse. Rasma wants the Zealots to back House Ka'dic, so the balance of power between the noble houses would shift to us. She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade.
Yeah, that's kind of confirmation that House Ka'dic worked through Tomasar to have Andreja's friends killed. Yeah.
House Ka'dic would be condemned should anyone outside our house find out. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots to grab Sahima and the others, flipping the balance of power in their favor. Rasma has lost control and is putting House Kadic's reputation and power at risk. And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House Ka'dic shouldn't be associating with Zealots at all, except on an extermination level. But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind. We need to cut ties with the Zealots altogether.
I like the idea.
One would think it's common sense. I want you to put an end to any connections between House Ka'dic and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive, Rasma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
House Ka'dic would go to any lengths, it seems.
I'm doing what I must to preserve this house.
And I like her
All
goals,
you need to
but
get
not
is
her
Sahima's
methods.
research, which she has with her. I see I misjudged you. How unfortunate for us all. Well, should you change your mind, the offer still stands. And Vindicator, this conversation stays between us.
Really? I'll be the judge of that last. She tried to throw Sahima under the bus. Literally. So we need to head out that way. I may already have Shadow Station Epsilon as a fast travel point. Anyway, let's head through here so the blue dot moves. Yep. We could just go straight there. Okay. So we have a turret up there, a guy there, a turret up there. So I'm going to take him out. Got a zealot there. Just go ahead and snipe these guys from long range. If I can see them. Okay. Nobody in direct line of sight. That guy's still the only one I can see. These guys are inside the building.
Kind of power. I'm glad it is in your hands.
Okay, let's go inside. Make sure I've got void form on button 2. So we've got 1 is star stuff, 2 is void form, and 3 is 3 is the phase time button. Okay. So on entry, we see some of those guys there. That's 50 enemies. So what we're going to do, I'm going to drop my sniper certification point in. I can hold our breath longer now. Anybody else want to poke your nose out there? I think I can head off to the left and roll them up.
The heathen has escaped, but in time they'll pay.
Really? Is that all you gotta say? Robot control. So 3 rings, 1, 2, 3. Outside ring is gonna be a pair and a 1. And yeah. It's the only pair. This guy is 3 at 90 degrees, so we've got this guy and a single. This is 3, not exactly. Hold on. If I do this, there we go. Date friend Fro.
I hope you can do this without locking us out of the system.
Okay, so the robot's now going to be distracting a bit.
You cannot
You are behind a window.
Push up and break through!
Have your head! You cannot beat me!
I'm hoping we'll find a little side passage here of some kind. Okay, 3. We're going to auto slot to get it a little easier. Yep, there we go. So this is 4 plus 1 there. That would work like that. There we go. And this is 2 and a 1.
How quickly can you get that done?
Hey, how about that? Contraband's catch. I think we need to do the 2 1s out there. 'Cause that isn't going to do it. Yep. That one's there, and we've got yep, there we go. And for the inside, here and there. Yeah. Ah. There. So blue dot is where we're headed. That's either Sahima or somebody with a key that gets us to Sahima. Now, I have heard,
Either we press on or we turn back.
I have heard that we could eventually recruit Sahima. So, boss battle or somebody to rescue?
Did they have any feedback?
If you're here to help, then Zealous had a key. You have to
That's
get me out
Sahima.
of here.
Okay, we're going.
Who are you?
Serpent's Grace, I knew it! I knew she wouldn't just leave us here to rot. It's more than just me. There are others. The Zealots have been using them to force me to continue my research here. They think I have all the answers since the original experiment was a catastrophic failure.
The Zealots were wise in their tactics. Up until now.
So there's a lot of chatter about Sahima's voiceover work. Some people said it was kind of AI-ish. I think they just gave her a whole lot of very wordy text. It just comes off that way because that's the best you can do with that kind of script.
So my theory is correct. Or I should say, the High Council now believes my theory, the better theory, is correct. I knew it! I told them their algorithms and insufficient testing were only giving the illusion of stability. But no one wants to listen to me. Not the girl who put people twice my age to shame when it came to assessments. Of course, this is what it would take for Razma to send someone after me.
Wouldn't be surprised if they maybe used an LLM to write the script, but that's just crazy talk. Let's see. So let's plan on using it as a pawn.
Negotiations? Oh, right. I'd almost forgotten. I overheard the Zealots mention negotiating with House Ka'dic, so the motivations are clear. Not only does the High Council deem me important, but Razma needs to remove me from the equation. I get it. But at least now everyone knows I was right.
Okay, let's hit leadership on this one.
All right. First, we need to free the other hostages. The Zealots aren't aware of how I've been delving into their systems here. I told them I needed full access if they expect me to replicate the Nazco's experiment, and I didn't even bother with risk assessment. They think I'm applying my theories to their poor excuse for technology down here. Granted, I could probably make it work if I had to. Well, yes and no. The other hostages are being kept just beyond this room. I can disengage the locks to their cell and grant you access to an elevator in the room beyond that will take them to safety. You just have to clear out that area first, and the Zealots down there are different. The Zealots you'll encounter beyond here are altered somehow. To be made thus would be to show them the Great Serpent's mercy. Oh, I'm not going anywhere yet. While you get the rescue underway, I'm going to set up certain guarantees here. I'll meet you and the others outside.
I wish I could do something about the audio sync to the video. Getting some sort of a delay in the audio that it isn't the game, because I don't remember ever seeing that before. I wish I could work out how to tweak things to adjust that.
And a well-thought-out one at that. I just need enough time to set up a remote device so I can launch a virus that will render this place useless. Think of it as a failsafe to guarantee our safety. The Zealots would never risk this base or their ships. You sure will.
Okay, so make sure everybody is reloaded. Make sure I have the absolute highest DPS weapons set up. Ooh. Oh, this Kodama is... So the mag shear is my... What did I just do? I just dropped it, didn't I?
Are you quite sure you don't want to hold on to that?
I do. So, by DPS, we're going to start from the top. We're going to get all of our weapons out of the ship first. If I take all, it's going to take all from the ship. I just want to take all this type. Good enough. Okay. Weapons. Starting from highest DPS, we're going to do just rifles. Shoddy counts as a rifle, I think. Range is 34. No, you are counted as a shotgun. Kodama. I want to prioritize the MI weapons, though. We're just going to be reloading. Yeah, let's just use... Okay. Okay, so 4 and 5 are those guys. 6 and 7 are these, which are chunky. 8, I've got the sniper. So I'm thinking we're going to see more of those tough guys. While I'm thinking about the ship, let's go back to here. And let's take the weapons I'm not using and store them. Yeah, that's one of the big guys. Woohoo! I am glad I got those guys all set
Spoils
up
of
like
victory.
that.
Hopefully they amount to something.
That was 2 zealots and a redeemed. Reload. 5, 6, reload. 7, reload. 8 is doing fine. Leave that one in case I get jumped.
Serpents be merciful. Has help finally arrived?
Who are you?
Who are you?
You aren't a zealot. Who are you? The Great Serpent is merciful. And Sahima? Did you find her yet? I wish it were that easy. The zealots separated us. Our brethren are still out there. Please, I can ready my people here, but you'll have to deal with the zealots and rescue the others so we may all escape safely. We'll be ready.
I'm gonna check something. So yeah, I did set all these to very easy. Interesting, I'm not seeing a minus XP for the enemy combat damage stuff. That's different. And I'm guessing that these guys that I'm facing now that are so tough are here. I don't want to touch the stuff I don't understand yet. Oh, see, I installed some additional stuff here, and we've got some options. Okay. But that's for when I start rebuilding the next ship. That's another one of those big guys.
Great serpent, please help me. I am terrified. My Genon! The Vindicator is attacking!
Your enemies might disagree.
It's redeemed. One does good damage, but the second one doesn't. So what's going on with that? Got it. Rapid experimental. He had an epic melee weapon. Okay. Somebody in there. Looks like he is on his knees, so he's probably
Great serpent,
hostage.
protect.
Set free.
Thank you, serpent. I thought I was done for.
I'm glad they only throw those redeemed at us. Wait a minute, that was two of them. No wonder it seemed like I was having problems with him. Anybody in here? No, nobody in here.
There might be something of value here.
Nah. Somebody back there. I don't know how I play this without sense star stuff. It's my favorite power.
Sir, is this? The great serpent has heard me. Thank you.
Well, actually, I heard you. Anything else in here? There's a back area. I'm not going to go through everything. At this point, we have such good sources of loot. Anybody else? I think we're clear. Let's head out. I am going to reload. So what is up with the weapon number 5? This calibrated mag shear. It seems like this is doing a lot less DPS. Oh, look at the difference in, yeah. Yeah, this is really the important one right here. The rest of these are junk. So, this is 4 is a calibrated mag shear. We're going to step by the mag stuff. I'll need to get more weapons out of the ship to reset that, though. Oh well. I think we're about done. Since this gets Sahima back.
The great serpent
You did
is
it!
truly watching over us.
It's true what they say. The air really does smell fresher.
Yeah.
Serpent, bless you. We owe you our lives. Thank you.
Now, it's time for you to head back. I'm going to stay back a moment and make sure everyone here is okay to make it back safely. I'll catch up with you shortly. Just let me know where the negotiations are taking place. Don't worry. Razma came through for me. It's only fair I return the favor. I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
These members of your house have suffered. I can respect your decision.
I'll be practically right behind you.
Okay. Badlands Power Station. It is here. We've been through this place a few times. There's a ship to our west. It just struck me. I've been seeing it. I think I'm going to take a look at what's in this ship. We may have to pause getting back to the Badlands for the moment. Quick save in case this is a horrible, horrible mistake. Inaccessible. It's the Evening Star, and it's here, and we can't go aboard. Okay, so it's got a side there. And the symmetric, yeah, sort of symmetric. Oh, it's too bad. I would love to just steal this ship. Or if I can get a picture of it, maybe reproduce it. Or use it as a idea for how to put it together. Looks like we've got so this thing on the left isn't really connected in terms of being able to walk there. But the back part is. like we've got a reactor there, grav drive there, got engines there. Rather modest amount of engines, actually. It looks like just one of the 4330s. Yes, two of these. So either this has very sluggish maneuvering, or it is very light. Okay. Enough fapping around. Wonder whose ship that is.
If das right.
She interrupted herself. We've been here before. We cleared out some zealots. And we came in here and we looked around inside.
Is your intent to be unreasonable the whole time? I thought this was a negotiation.
We're having a friendly chat, aren't we?
Can't take a picture of this,
It's
unfortunately.
not my fault you don't find my offers acceptable.
Nah, just the person I wanted to see. Please tell me you bring good news. Exactly what I wanted to hear.
Razma, who is this? You allow any commoner to just waltz in on official business. I'd expect better security from House Ka'dic.
This is hardly official business.
Yes. And now these so-called negotiations are over.
Over? You'd risk everything after the whispers of a stranger. I demand to know who this is. You're no one. Only a complete fool would expect me
Last guy
to
that said
believe
that to me
this.
died.
It's true, Mihail. And if you don't leave now, peacefully, I'll make sure your ships and Shadow Station Epsilon are made dust.
You... How did you... You're bluffing.
Test me. You think a genius mind like mine wouldn't find a way to hack into every system in your base?
I've got
This
it.
remote device will launch a virus that will detonate systems within Epsilon, and reach your ships as well.
You realize how this may affect future partnerships, Razma. You'd jeopardize our connections.
It jeopardizes nothing. It merely restores the natural order.
The natural order. I could take you all out here and now. You know every one of us is prepared to answer the Serpent's call.
Okay, so I just realized why Sahima's voice stands out. It's not because it's AI or synthesized or whatever. Everyone else has a bit of roughness in their voice. Okay? Whether it's accent or age or whatever, but her voice is the voice of a young woman. I'd say late teens, no roughness at all. So that's why, of all the voices in the game, hers is unique. And that's why people will latch onto it. Anyway, we could tell her to launch the virus, which people wouldn't like.
You're so willing to sacrifice your allies at Shadow Station Epsilon?
You don't think they're as prepared as we are? We all answer the call, and if that day is today, so be it. No, but it's the death they know is possible. Besides, you think I'd turn my back on the insults thrown here today?
You mean, do we think you'd throw away your life and the lives of everyone at Shadow Station Epsilon over your pride, Mihail? No, I, for one, don't think you will. And you can't deny our partnerships have been beneficial for us both.
I'm going to persuade. I'm not sure whether Andreja would be effective here or not, but I think I can persuade.
We'll see about that.
I didn't get a chance to buff up any, so this isn't 100%, but we'll give it a shot.
My brethren were willing to die for our cause. You think we're not prepared to make the same sacrifice?
Okay, back to the greens.
Our souls are prepared. But perhaps you are right.
He's got a lot of points I need to make up.
The serpent would lose a very efficient disciple. You make a fair point.
Of course, if I have to shoot him, I'm not going to be terribly upset.
There are more important things to die for. Yes. Their lives are better spent in active service. Perhaps you speak true after all. All right. I won't deny my brethren the death they deserve. But I won't forget this either. Don't think this won't change anything, Razma.
Things have already changed, Mihail. From the moment you kidnapped House members. These negotiations are over. Now leave us.
You have no idea how satisfying that was.
It would have been so easy to blow that persuade and just, you know, have this all end in bullets.
Good to see you.
Rasma, you're looking transparent today.
House Ka'dic is in your debt.
As am I. I owe you my life.
Sahima, you are a part of this house.
I know. I just wanted to say thank you. Personally. And here, it's the research and algorithm the High Council wants. I'm sure they'll appreciate it more coming from you. You're welcome. It's been quite the life experience I've had lately. If you have any spare time, maybe come find me later? Great. You can find me at the Great House whenever you get the chance.
We'll talk later, Sahima. As I was saying, House Ka'dic is in your debt. You've helped me maintain a very precarious balance. And one day it will. But until then, they're a necessary evil. One that we'll be keeping a much closer eye on. I'd appreciate it if you kept this a secret. If you're referring to the members of House Ka'dic, the others involved know better than to speak of this. As much as it disappoints me, I can't say I'm surprised. Jamal's never cared for our view with the Zealots, and she has no love for those taken. But this is what makes her an excellent mediator. You and the rest of our house. Now, I have much to do, and so do you. Ekris and the High Council will be expecting you.
Return to Ekris at the Mourning Device.
My favorite person. Take care, love.
Okay, we need to head back. And he is here. So our closest fast travel point is the bar.
Were our sins really so great that we deserved?
So with that one change, suddenly this is all built up. See how things are beginning to change around here. This is why there's no fast travel points in this area, because they keep changing the geometry. So I imagine that would be challenging. Photo mode. So let's see if I can get a more dramatic angle on these two. That's better. And I want this one. Oops.
You do not understand. I saw a Nasco, took measure of his burdens.
What you are describing is a dream, nothing more.
Not a dream. A message from the great serpent himself.
With all due respect to your craft, dear sister, now is not the time for incense and ashes. Do you not see the depth of the crater before you?
On the contrary, brother. I see it for what it truly is. And if we ignore this vision, Nasco will be lost to us forever.
Enough with the proselytizing. The Vindicator has returned. Ah, were you able to find Sahima? Perfect. I have no doubt Sahima's work is the key to stabilizing the Mourning Device. If only the others had listened to her, we may not have lost so much of our great city. This leaves houses Dul Kef and Fathol.
Politics can wait. Every moment we delay, and Nasco descends further into the void.
For the last time, faith will not remove the barrier. Science will.
It is the hubris of science that failed you in this moment. We reached out to the great serpent. This is his reply.
You claim he has forsaken us?
I do no such thing. The great serpent's reply is not an answer, but a question. Are we worthy of his grace? Until that is proven, your works will not succeed.
It sounds like you agree with me.
And yet, only one is the foundation for the other. But the proof is not in our words. It is in the vision. Anasco's presence still persists in this world, and he seeks our aid.
Fine. I feel like I've lived this argument 1,000 times, and the only way to move past it is to concede to its nonsense. Vindicator, speak to my sister. Agree to her fool's errand, so that we may continue the work of saving this city.
Okay, so I'm going to cut the recording here, and when we start the next recording... Oh, that was Zealous Overreach. I need to write that down. Here we go. We begin the next recording. We will start with the other side. And that's that. I will see you then.